So in this lecture, we are going to discuss that how we can convert one-to-many relationship into the relational model. Okay, so in the last video we discussed that how we can convert one-to-one relationship into the relational model. Okay, so this is the fourth video on conversion from ER model to relational model. Okay, so it is a very important topic. Okay, so let's suppose we have one entity as teacher. Okay, we have one entity as teacher and we have one entity as courses. Okay, so let's suppose we have various number of teachers like Jyoti and Aman. Okay, and we have several number of courses like operating system, computer networking, data structure and DBMS. Okay, so let's assume that these four courses are present. Okay, so what kind of relationship we have between teacher and courses? It is one-to-many. One teacher can teach many number of courses. Okay, and one course could be taught by only one teacher. Okay, if Jyoti is teacher operating system, then no other teacher like Aman would be teaching the operating system. We are fixing one teacher for one particular subject. Okay, so for one course we have only one teacher. One teacher can teach many number of courses and one course would be taught by only one teacher. Okay, so let's assume that we have various number of attributes like teacher ID. Okay, we have teacher name, we have teacher address. Okay, and we have course ID and we have course name. Okay, so this is a entity relationship model. We have two entities. Okay, and we have these attributes. Okay, in your original software project there are going to be many number of entities. Okay, we are just understanding the basics. We are just getting the knowledge that how we can convert the entity relationship model into the relational model. We are just considering two entities here. But in your original project, there is going to be a many number of entities. Okay, so how we are going to convert it into the tables? How this relationship attributes and entities are going to be converted into the tabular form? Okay, so we have one entity as teacher and we have one entity as courses. Okay, so for each and every entity, either it is strong or weak, we will be having one table for each and every entity. Okay, so we have two entities, definitely we would be having two tables. So we have an option that whether we should make the table for relationship or not. Okay, it really depends upon the condition. We always try to reduce the total number of tables. So if it is essential to make the table for relationship, then we will make it. Okay, so now let me write the attributes of teacher. Teacher ID, name and address. Okay, in this we have course ID and course name. Let's suppose we have 4 courses. Operating system, computer networking, data structure and DBMS. Okay, so these 4 courses are available and we have teachers. Let's suppose Jyoti, and Jyoti is having some address. The second teacher we have is Aman. Okay, this way. So now both these tables are really independent. Till now there is no relationship between these 2 tables. We don't know which teacher is teaching which course. Jyoti is teaching which course. We don't know till now because we don't have the relationship between these 2 tables. Okay, so if you look at, for making the relationship, we need one common attribute. Okay, and that common attribute should be the key attribute in one of the tables. So the key attribute of this table is this teacher ID, and the key attribute for this course table is course ID. So now the question is whether to use this teacher ID as a common attribute in the course table, okay, or we should use this course ID key attribute in the teacher table as the common attribute. Okay, so we try both the cases. Okay, firstly what I am doing, I am using the teacher ID of the teacher table as a common attribute in this table. Okay, so Jyoti is teaching operating system and computer networking. Teacher ID 1, Jyoti is teaching operating system and computer networking. This teacher ID 2, Aman, is teaching data structures and DBMS. Okay, so in this way we can use teacher ID as a common attribute in the course table. Okay, so now check for the other side. If you don't use common attribute this side, if we are using course ID, okay, the key attribute of course table in this teacher table. Okay, so teacher Jyoti is teaching operating system and computer networking. What is the course ID? You will be writing like this, you have no other option. Okay, Jyoti is teaching course ID 1 and course ID 2. And Aman is teaching 3 and 4. Aman is teaching course ID 3 and 4. Data, structures and DBMS. Okay, but I already told you that we always use single value in the cell or in the field. We never use multiple values in a one cell with the help of using commas. Okay, so in this one particular field or in this one cell, we are using 2 values separating by commas. So that is not actually possible. We always try to keep single value in a cell. So that case is not possible. Okay, so now the question is which side we should use common attribute, either teacher side or course side. Okay, so this way is not possible. We will be using the other option. We will be using the teacher ID as a common attribute. what is the simple way to remember it? You will be using the common attribute in the n side. Okay, the courses has n side. So what you will be doing? We will be using the common attribute in this course side. Okay, so nth side you will be using the common attribute. So the teacher ID, we will be using it as a common attribute in the course table. So 1, 1 and 2, 2. This way we will be converting our one-to-many relationship into the relational model. So if you look at, we didn't make separate table for the relationship. We are just managing the relationship with only these two tables. Okay, only these two tables are enough to establish the relationship between these two tables. We don't need to have the extra separate table. Okay, if you want to make the table for the relationship, you can make it. There is no problem. But we always try to reduce the total number of tables. So in this case, the minimum number of tables we have is 2. Okay, for both the entities. And what is the maximum number of tables we have? We can also make table for this relationship. So the maximum number of tables possible is 3. So now let me tell you how we would be making the table for the relationship. Okay. If we have to make the separate table for the relationship, how we would be making it? Take the key attribute of both these tables, teacher ID and course ID. Okay, take the key attribute of both these tables. So teacher ID 1 is related to course 1. Okay, so teacher 1 is teaching both these courses. Teacher ID 2, Aman, is teaching data structure and operating system. So this way you will be making the third table for the relationship. Okay, if you have to make. But we don't prefer to make the separate table for the relationship. We don't need to make the extra table in one-to-many relationship because we are managing, okay, only with these two tables. Okay, so which side we will be using the common attribute? Nth side. Okay, so the teacher table, teacher ID, key attribute, we will be using it as a common attribute in the course table. Okay, so with the help of just only the common attribute, we are going to make the relationship between these two tables. Okay, if you don't use the common attribute, then these both are the separate tables. We don't know which teacher is teaching which course. When you use common attribute in both the tables, then we get to know that which teacher is teaching what kind of course. Okay, so I hope that you are clear with conversion of one-to-many relationship into the relational model. So if you have any query, I have mentioned my email ID in the description box. You can contact me on that email ID. Thank you so much for watching my video. If you like my video, please like, share and subscribe my channel.